Nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help when no one hears me. One day I fear I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for peace, but it's hard to find when my thoughts never cease. Everything I do is all consuming. My mind races, leaving me breathless and worn. I try to find solace, but it's fleeting, leaving me with nothing but the echoes of my screams. I shout for help when no one hears me. One day I fear I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for peace, but it's hard to find when my thoughts never cease. Who am I to say I deserve peace? Maybe I'm better off just fading away. It's what I'm used to, this isolation, but deep down I long for connection. I shout for help, but no one hears me. Day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help when no one hears me. One day I fear I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for peace.
Oh, there we go. We are back on 2 hours later after talking about WCW Halloween Havoc 1998. It is the Dirt Sheet Radio team. We're going to be covering another fantastic episode of WWE Smackdown. Hey, what song is that? Wait a minute. That's Lore of the Fighter, Doubt. Right now on by Saskia Creations. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it anywhere that you enjoy listening to your music. But most importantly, find it on YouTube. Again, that's Saskia Creations. This is the first part of a 2-part series with Doubt and Rise Up. But I am Nick LaRocco, 1/3 of this team for SmackDown, and I am joined by some amazing people. You might remember this guy from the Halloween Havoc show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is Mac.
Oh my God, I am wrestling out today, Nick. I can no longer sit in this position. This one can't be 2 hours, Nick.
We can't let this happen.
I'm 42 fucking years old, dude. My back can't take this shit anymore. What's going on, everybody? It's Mac. You know me as Curbside Hero, and yeah, I'm tired.
That's fair. Same here. And ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the SmackDown stream for the first time in a while, I'd say, it is Frank. Frank, introduce yourself, my man.
What's up? It's Mr. Technical Difficulty here, aka the Enforcer.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I don't know.
Never happens ever, right?
It's never once happened.
No.
But guys, this was an incredible episode of SmackDown all the way from the beginning to the end, and that finale though. Woo-hoo! Mac, you want to lead us through that?
Yeah. So we'll set it up. We'll set it up at the beginning first. I know we go end to first, but we have to set it up this way. SmackDown opened up with the Temu bloodline, the new bloodline, whatever you'd like to call them. Solo Sikoa says that since Roman and his team do not have a fifth member, they are going to have to concede to them at the end of the night, which takes us to the end of the night with the Timu bloodline coming out, followed by the OG bloodline. They get in the ring, and Solo cuts a great promo saying that Roman needs to concede to him, and that after he concedes, they can merge their bloodlines and take over the company for decades. Before Roman can really say anything, Paul Heyman makes an appearance after months, and he comes out and he says that the 4-on-5 concept for War Games doesn't work for him, and that he has the 5th member, and out comes Punk. Wrapping up his wrist tape as he comes out.
Paul Heyman guy.
Blows right by Heyman and goes right for Solo Sikoa. They brawl in the ring, and it ends with CM Punk and Roman with a spear and a GTS on the members of Guerrillas of Destiny, and a stare down with Punk and Roman. And I think I saw Roman said to him, like, "What are you doing here?" or something. And Punk points over at Heyman and says, "I'm only here for him." Like, that's a perfect way to end SmackDown. Yeah, I thought it was great.
That was awesome.
Saying that it doesn't make sense, it actually does, because
Right.
Punk and Heyman are friends, and Punk wants to help his friend. So, you know,
Exactly. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. And I just lost it when that was happening. I had to even stand up because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like the wise man is back. And for me, they could have just ended SmackDown right then and there. But then, you know, it continued onwards, and it's like, okay, CM Punk is also here. That was wild. Let's go.
so you're not going to believe me, but I was watching a stream because I don't have cable at my house. So I'm watching a Watch Wrestling stream or whatever. And when he says the 5th member, he just stood there for like 30 seconds. I was like, what's going on? And I noticed that my stream froze right at that thing. So then I go and I refresh the stream. It comes back with him coming out, and I'm like, all right, I'll watch it from here. And then it froze at that same exact time again. So I had to, so I had to go to my Twitter and look and see who it was, and then I saw Philip and his floppy hair flopping around the ring, and I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah.
Brock, hey man, how's it going? And honestly, Brock, like you said, you know, that ladies and gentlemen, when Heyman said that, I lost it. That's where it was. But Frank, what did you think of that?
Dude, I don't know about CM Punk. I'm not a fan, but he intrigues me so much. Like, something about him.
Right.
He's polarizing. Like, you just can't happen to just, oh, CM Punk's he's there. You know, like, you're glued to the TV the second you see him. You know, he looked great today. He's jacked for Punk.
Right.
Yeah. Dude, he looks like he's taking it serious, you know, now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's awesome to see.
Punk back-to-back cage matches.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, a year after that iconic return that so many people just didn't even think would possibly happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing good though, man. Like, he didn't get kicked out yet. He's helping people. You know, he's like a team player now.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Absolutely.
So you guys have anything else about the main event? Well, the main event segment here.
Oh, just one thing that was kind of funny when he said we could take over for decades to come. I'm like, the Tongans are like 40, Roman's 40. I'm like, not too many decades, maybe 5 years. You know.
Yeah.
You know, we're approaching on Billy Gunn's territory at that point.
Dude, the first thing I thought when he said we could take over for decades, I was like, no,
please no.
Roman. But circling back to the beginning of SmackDown.
Well, actually, one of the things I want to bring up real quick. Sorry to interrupt you there, Mac.
No, go ahead.
A couple of things. We had another return that was going on. This was a more behind-the-scenes return. Michael Hayes is back with the company after taking off a few weeks for some personal reasons. We also had a dark match. This is the 3rd week in a row that this dark match has gone on. Apollo Crews absolutely demolished Giovanni Vinci yet again. He just can't stop reliving that.
Oh my God! All right,
he had to do something.
Oh God! All right, so SmackDown for matches tonight. We had our quarterfinal for the WWE Women's United States Championship match. We had Bianca Belair, who's one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, versus Blair Davenport versus Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green gets the win over Blair Davenport with the unprettier, but in the middle of the match, Bianca Belair is distracted as it is revealed that someone has put Jade Cargill off the loading bay into a car window, which I'm presuming is not hers. That person's going to be pissed. Bianca looks at the ring, looks at the backstage area, is kind of conflicted, but ends up taking off. And that allowed Chelsea to capitalize on the one-on-one advantage. And Chelsea Green advances to the next round of the tournament, where she will take on Bayley. What did you guys think of this match? I thought it was incredible. I thought all three women looked great. Bianca's proven. Chelsea Green is improving by the week. And, you know, like I said last week, I thought that BFAB had a really breakout performance in that match that she had with Bayley and Candice LeRae. Blair Davenport really held her own in this match, and I was really surprised. I'm not surprised because she's a good wrestler, but she hasn't been on TV, and working with, people with the experience of Bianca Belair and Chelsea Green in there, you'd expect her maybe to falter a little bit, but she didn't. She really held her own, and I really loved this match. I even said to the main group text for Dirt Sheet Radio, I fucking love this match. It was great.
Yeah, it was one of the best ladies matches in a while. I think it was really good. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, that's one of the things when you have these just amazing like SmackDown moments lately, where you get this showcase of some of like the top women in WWE, and this was no different. And I'm glad that Blair Davenport got that chance to showcase, because Mac, like you said, we haven't really seen her in too long, and Bianca Belair is just always good, and I'm really happy that we're able to see a lot more of what Chelsea Green can do beyond just being a great comedic foil to so many of the women on the SmackDown roster. I'm really happy that we're able to see a lot of Chelsea Green's chops in the ring, and two, I also love the fact that she does so many great moves in reference to some very important people to her career, such as of course Unprettier, and then you also have the Rough Rider, which who does that even,
Some bro. Yeah. Bianca's double German suplex in this match was pretty impressive as well. That was great. But overall, the match was great. Chelsea moves on. She is going to face Bayley next week, and we're going to have another triple threat match next week with maybe not Jade. We don't know. We'll have a little bit more on that later.
I mean, that was the thing too, is Brock's asking, who was it that put Jade through the roof of that car?
Yeah,
on the windshield.
Yeah,
Naomi. Right.
I'm gonna guess it was Bianca. Before
that would be interesting.
Yeah, because I think they're heading towards a breakup. I said in the group chat for Dirt Sheet Radio, I said, did WWE get cold feet all of a sudden with Jade and not wanting to put her in there with two other women in a singles match? Because they've really hidden her in tag matches since she's debuted. So
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe this is just maybe this is just a means to an end. Hey, we get her out of there so she's not exposed, and we start the Bianca and her breakup. So I don't know.
There's a lot of potential there, honestly. I didn't really think about that necessarily, but who else has the strength to just easily do that? I know, Nick Aldis was looking at pointing the finger towards Nia Jax, but we've seen what Bianca can do. I think back to when Bianca was able to get the giant, nearly 400-pound Otis up on her shoulders and walk like it was nothing.
Yep, and she's also got Piper Niven up in the Kiss of Death too. So yeah, but any other thoughts on that match, guys?
One thing. That Chelsea Green, her low key has one of the best psychologies in wrestling. If you watch her, the way she puts on a match and her expressions and her pace and everything, like up and down, like she's friggin' good. She's so underrated.
No, she's got like a real old school quality to her and how she works.
Yeah.
Her expression.
One other funny thing, real quick. Sorry, you know that band BRI, the old punk band?
No.
their symbol was like a person running. That's how Jade
Yeah.
Cargill looked. And I'm like,
Oh
that's
yeah.
the best meme is somebody photoshops that with the DRI writing.
All right, you memers, get ready. It was right there.
It looked pretty funny though. The way she was laying there looked all fake, like terrible acting.
It's basically like the proverbial Yamcha.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody Peter Griffined her onto a car.
Oh,
So up next, we had the United States champion, LA Knight,
yeah.
defending the title against Santos Escobar. Now listen, one of those people that thought that the LA Knight craze was going to die down sometime after SummerSlam, after he beat Logan Paul. I was admittedly wrong, because this crowd exploded when LA Knight came out. It was crazy. They were dead silent, and that LA and the crowd just went absolutely crazy. But I took on Santos Escobar. I mean, pretty standard match we've seen with them before. Nakamura cut a video package promo before the match, saying that he's going to prey on the insecurities of LA Knight, and he knows what makes him tick. He knows he's better. He knows him better than he knows himself, and that allowed Santos Escobar, for the second time, because the first time they fought, Santos Escobar beat him down for like 5 minutes, and then they said, hey, we'll waive this match off. And LA Knight said, no. And then he beat Santos Escobar. He did the same thing this time. He beat him down for like 2 minutes. The referee was like, you want me to waive this off? LA Knight went, nope. And they went on with the match. He got beat with the blunt force trauma. And then immediately, right after the 3 count, gets attacked by Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, yeah.
Throws him into the ring post 3 times, and then gives him a Kinshasa with his neck on the second turnbuckle, and leaves. So it looks like we're going to have a LA Knight and Nakamura feud. Maybe, I think it's too late for Survivor Series, so maybe Saturday night's main event.
That's fair.
Yeah, I thought the match was pretty standard. We've seen this out of these 2 guys before. They really didn't do anything different. Santos just looks like an idiot for jumping him before the match and then losing again, and he's really losing credibility.
Yeah.
But I thought it was. I just thought it was just there. What did you guys think?
Yeah, the same. The whole thing is that Shinsuke, his gimmick is crazy. I love it. I love those videos right after how he's talking, and they give it that kind of different feel, kind of like an anime or Japanese style movie. I think it adds something special to it because nobody else has that style going for them.
Right. No, I mean, I agree completely. And Shinsuke just having that real cool video, I wasn't even thinking about LA Knight or Santos after that. I was thinking about Shinsuke. Yeah. And, when he came in there at the very end, this guy is an absolute killer. This is the Shinsuke I have wanted to see in WWE for years. This is that Shinsuke I wanted to see in 2016 and 17.
Yeah. Yeah. He's unbelievable in this role.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, he comes off as the perfect assassin right now. It's great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. He doesn't get better than this right here.
Yeah.
This is what they should have for such a long time.
Yeah, he must have been surfing in a place where it got cold, so he came back. He came back for a little while.
He was busy admiring 2 water towers.
Do you guys have any final words on the match with LA Knight and the Shinsuke Nakamura stuff afterwards?
No, not really. Just
All right.
The big thing is just, LA Knight, like you said, Mac, is such a force to be reckoned with in WWE. Yeah. And I am glad that they do have someone like an LA Knight who can easily maintain that star power within that kind of mid to upper mid card echelon. I do love to see the idea of him jumping into the main event scene at some point here and there, but you could pop him at the start of a show, you could pop him at the end of the show, or just anywhere along the middle, and he's going to knock it out of the park every time, and the fans just go nuts for him every single time as well.
Yeah. All right, so next we go backstage, and Nick Aldis is shown asking Nia Jax where she was when Jade Cargill got Peter Griffin through the windshield. Nia says that she wishes it was her, but it wasn't, because she was helping Tiffy and Candice get ready for their match. And then after that, Nick Aldis sees Cody walking towards the ring, and he says, "I haven't seen Kevin. I haven't heard from him. I don't even know if he's here." And Cody says, "Oh, he's here. I'll just go out to the ring and prove to you that he's here." So Cody goes out to the ring, and he talks, and then he's eventually cut off by Kevin Owens in the crowd. Let me put it this way for you. Kevin Owens spit nothing but facts. Okay, nothing but facts, and Cody had nothing
Facts
to come
machine.
back. Yeah, Cody had nothing to come back from it from. I mean, I do believe that mad at Cody, he should not have pile driven Randy, because Randy had nothing to do with it. But Kevin Owens says that he's mad at Cody because for the last 4 years, he's given his blood, sweat, and tears to fighting the bloodline. That he would have risked his life to get rid of Roman Reigns. And what is the first thing that Cody does when Roman comes back and tries to seize power? He teams up with him. He says that was a slap in the face to him. And Randy taking Cody's side in the whole thing was just the cherry on top. Cody pretty much had nothing to come back with, but like, nuh-uh. But Cody says that, there's a reason why they banned the pile driver, and what Kevin did last week was uncalled for, unacceptable, and he's going to have to pay for it. And then, Kevin with the old 2012 ROH tuxedo shirt on, I really appreciated that. That was a nice little flashback. And Cody says, "You want the match? You want a match with me? You want to take your frustrations out on me? Okay, fine. We'll do it." He says, "The ball's in your court." And Kevin says, "Oh, well, looks like you want to do it tonight, but we're not doing it tonight. We'll do it on my terms." And that was the end of the segment. So, guys, what did you think? Did you think Kevin was spitting truth to fact here, or did he make Cody look like a total dick here, or what?
Yeah, I think he punked Cody on this one really well. He got him good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I do appreciate continuing to add that emphasis to how dangerous, there are those moves in professional wrestling where, people have had legitimately their careers end, if not, been paralyzed, if not actually die from those moves. And I like that we're continuing to emphasize the danger of certain things, because when we do see it, then it's just like, okay, that's it. We've seen it work time and time again in AEW, and I really like that touch here. And honestly, though, I think Kevin Owens was the fax machine during this. I don't disagree with a lot of what he's saying, and that's one of the things that, when I see a bad guy that is spitting out hard facts, hard truths, I'm just thinking to myself, you know what? He's got a point. It's hard to root against him when he's kind of right.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, I really enjoy a segment where guys aren't going back and forth and insulting each other, and they're not calling each other names or trying to get themselves over. They're legitimately just speaking their mind and having points and counterpoints, and that's what I enjoy. I don't want to be like, well, you're an asshole, and then have the crowd call him an asshole, even though he's pretty much right. I just love, hey, why I did what I did. This is my reasoning. You don't have to like it or not, and if you don't like it, I'll just kick your fucking ass. That's all it is.
This works so well because, like you were saying, Mac, when you have those unique perspectives from those characters, everything that both guys said, it felt like what they truly believe and feel. And that's one of the things I love when, we do get some promo battles in pro wrestling, is when we get to see both sides of the coin and it makes sense. That's one of the hallmarks for some of the best in promo battles. Because again, if you go back to any, major pro, like off the top of my head, similar to this one, I'm thinking of like CM Punk and MJF. both guys were hitting each other with barbs, but at the same time, it was stuff that was relevant to each character from their own unique perspectives. And I love and respect when that is an asset that is brought in here to, again, just show what that specific wrestler or that character was thinking.
Absolutely.
They made it seem like friends, you know, like they were friends and really going at it. And
Yeah.
then the way he hit it off at the end when he was just like, I love Randy, but I hate you. That was amazing. That was like
Right.
perfect storyline right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was great. All right, so we have any final thoughts on that, guys?
Nope.
All right. So, match that we saw, well, backstage, and we saw Naomi and Bailey and Nick Aldis as they were loading Jade Cargill into the ambulance. Bianca was kind of a bitch, saying, like, get away from me. I'm her tag team partner. I'm going with her. You don't know her, and kind of like got in the ambulance and drove away. And yeah, we went to commercial and we came back, and the next match was Bailey and Naomi teaming up against Candice LeRae and Tiffany Stratton. It was decent. It had one sloppy moment, ended in a disqualification, but Io Sky ran down to make the save. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan showed up to attack, and then Rhea Ripley came out with a kendo stick and started swinging for the fences like Mark McGuire, wearing her finest undashing Cody Rhodes mask. But yeah, it was
not Bat Ripley.
yeah, pretty much a repeat of the segment that we had on Monday's tape show. But I think it gets the point across that these women really want to tear into each other, and they're going to get a chance to do it next week.
Absolutely.
Quick question now. What's going on with Liv? Why did she jump in?
Liv's in the War Games match.
Oh, so it's both sides going against each other?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
All right,
yeah,
I wasn't paying attention to the ladies with that one.
yeah. So it's Nia. Who's in that match, Nick? Can you look it up really quick, please?
Yeah, we got Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Io Sky taking on Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae.
There you go.
And
Yeah,
I'm
so that
glad.
was,
Sense, but okay.
It feels random, especially at the last couple of months. But honestly, I'm glad that we still get some great features for Candice LeRae. I know, I think everyone across the board was just worried about what was going to happen to her after they released Indy. So I'm glad that she's getting a moment. And hey, look, she's featured in the Women's War Games match at Survivor Series. So at least they do have something planned for her.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts on that, guys? No.
No, it was
All right.
just a sell to get everyone in there.
All right. So after that, backstage, we see the Motor City Machine Guns talking to Johnny Gargano. He says, "Hey, listen, guys. Like, we deserve a rematch. We never got our rematch for the titles." And Sabin and Shelley say that the Street Profits are the ones that are going to get the title shot. Now, I actually had to run out of my room. Did Ciampa come in and attack them?
Yeah, he
Nick?
came and he pushed it, Gargano in the end.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm
he was
talking
stepping above and...
I'm talking about in the promo segment backstage.
Oh, no.
No?
He
Okay.
just walked off, right?
Yeah, I think so. Just led into what the match was going to be then.
Okay, yeah. So that led into Montez Ford versus Tommaso Ciampa. This was a really good match.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this. I think that Montez Ford, people have been saying it since like 2019, but when Montez Ford eventually breaks out as a singles, he's going to have a great singles run. Like, this guy, he can jump high. He's a high flyer. He's a big man. He can wrestle like a heavyweight. I just thought this match was great. It protected both men. Ciampa looking to, just take out his frustrations. I noticed during the match, it didn't look like Montez Ford was letting his emotions get to him. It just looks like he was wrestling a smart match. Dude, that knee to the face that Ciampa gave to Montez Ford, I legitimately thought he knocked him out with that knee. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. Ford was able to pick up the win by countering a move and pinning Ciampa, like a sit down, what do you call it, sunset flip into like a sit down.
Yeah.
After the match, Ciampa just goes crazy, starts attacking Ford. Dawkins comes down. He starts attacking Ciampa. Gargano comes out. It breaks into like a Pier 6 brawl. Gargano's trying to pull Ciampa off. Ciampa pushes him back down. He stands over Gargano like he's going to do something, but then the Motor City Machine Guns run in and make the save and chase Ciampa off. And Ciampa's just talking a whole bunch of trash as he's walking back up the ramp about how he wants the titles and all this. And I thought this progressed the story pretty well. Not a lot. I think if they're in a holding pattern right now, I think, this pretty much did the job. I liked it.
Absolutely. I mean, too, when you look like Montez and Ciampa were both ripped, and these guys, always look great, but especially for this, like both guys look tremendous. They wrestled a fantastic match. I think this is honestly my match of the night personally, but again, kudos to both of these guys for taking what seems, and I think most wrestlers would probably treat as just like you're kind of getting us from this segment over to the next segment that we're going to end the night with. And it's just like, they knocked it out of the park. And I am so happy that both these guys got that chance to showcase what they both can truly do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both awesome.
Mhm.
Montez screams superstar. I don't know what they're waiting for. He's good on the mic. He's squeaky clean. There's no dirt on him. He's great for PR. He speaks well. He does everything they want. Why don't they push him more? I think it's because of the whole Dawkins factor. Because remember, back in 2021, when Montez was in that United States Championship Elimination Chamber, people were saying, "Oh, he's going to break out," blah 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 blah, and that's when Dawkins lost like 30 pounds and then put it back on with like muscle and started, really stepping up his game, because I'm sure he heard the whispers online of, make Montez a single star. And then he stepped up his game. And I think they're like, no, we're going to keep you guys together. So, they just split them up.
Yeah.
They're both talented.
Yeah. I don't even think you necessarily have to split them up. Like, you don't have to split up every tag team. Like the New Day years ago said, "Hey, listen, we don't have to break up to go and do our like separate things. We could always just go out and win the United States title, Intercontinental title, and World title, and then team together. We don't have to break up. Like, it doesn't have to happen."
That's fine. Yeah.
Right.
Like the Hart Foundation did that too.
Yeah, like that doesn't it doesn't have to happen, Yeah. So, yeah.
Exactly.
But that was our main event of the night, which is great because I love saying that Tommaso Ciampa is in the main event of SmackDown, because the main event, and the main event was CM Punk returning, and that was the SmackDown for November 22nd, 2024. Guys, overall, what did you give the show out of, let's say, a 5?
I think a solid like 4.5. It was really good. Like,
I personally,
storylines were really well put together. Promos, there was nothing really bad about it at all.
Yeah, I personally gave it a 4 out of 5. Neek?
I'm going to have to say, I was originally thinking 3.5, but I'll boost it up to a 4 because after talking about it with you guys, I definitely think this was a tremendous episode, and overall, this was a great way to take us, down even more the road towards Survivor Series. And, we had some great matches. We had some great moments on there. And I think, too, I started the show off a little burnt out from wrestling because, Mac, we talked, of course, about Halloween Havoc for the last 2 hours before this. So I think being able to sit through and watch it and talk with you guys and talk with you, chat, was tremendous, and letting me kind of let it all sink in. And I think, I'll give it a solid 4 out of 5.
Dude, there was if you think about it, there was nothing bad about the show.
Yeah. It had a great flow to it.
Yeah. Every segment was really well put together. Everything was thought out. It wasn't just randomly thrown together. Except maybe the ladies match, with Rhea coming out and everything.
Yeah.
That whole tag team doesn't make much sense because Liv and Nia were just fighting recently.
Exactly.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, who would have thought? if a wrestling show makes sense and everything works,
Yeah.
holy shit, people will enjoy it. Who
I
would
know.
have
They'll
thought?
take
What?
it, right?
What?
You
Nick,
can
what
enjoy
is-
wrestling?
Yeah.
Nick, it's hard, but it is possible.
Yo, real
Uh,
quick, did you
yeah.
guys notice that they had the Street Profits were kind of acting heelish? You know,
They've
I
been
want to know
acting
what
kind of
Yeah.
heelish. Yeah. Anytime they come up in like an interview or walk up and talk, they feel kind of entitled and kind of like like brooding kind of. Yeah, but I like it though because I like it when there's shades of gray in a wrestler. Like Nick and I were talking on the Halloween Havoc podcast earlier that Jericho was supposed to be the bad guy or the good guy in this situation, but he was a bad guy going in. But
Yeah.
he was making fun of Raven, which popped the crowd. But then when he was getting offense in on Raven, the crowd was like, "Oh, what do we do here?" Like, I like that. I like when you have
right.
a wrestler. Well, I like when you have a wrestler. Like, I'll take for example, Chyna. In 1999, Chyna, when she came out with Triple H, was doing heel things like low blowing guys and shit like that. But then she had the thing going on with Jericho, where she was with Jericho being friends. So when she was on her own, she was a face. When she was with Triple H, she was a heel.
Right.
So I kind of like that dynamic a little bit. Like, you know, I like being like, "Oh, I don't know how to feel about this. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh God." I kind of like that.
Yeah, Rhea was the same, but the Judgment Day.
Exactly. That's a great point. Yep. That's a great point. Yeah. I kind of like that. And with Chelsea Green now, like Chelsea Green does a lot of shitty things, but she went through all of that stuff, like the dumpster match and all of that stuff, and now she's finally getting her due. And it's like, she's a heel, but the crowd loves her.
Yeah, she's so freaking good. You know,
So entertaining. Everything she does.
Well, when you have a husband who's also a great professional wrestler, you know, you tend to get better.
Imagine having him as a mentor. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, Mac, we didn't get the chance to do this for Halloween Havoc, but guys, we got a couple little things to look at here. I want to know what your jobber of the night is, and this is presented by comicbookclick.com. Hey, if you want to go and get linked over to the Dirt Sheet Radio podcast and more of these, especially the flagship show, you want to get linked up to the Major Issues podcast, hey, go and check out comicbookclick.com. But, you know, jobber of the night, I got to give a shout out to, again, Giovanni Vinci. Man was on the SmackDown show itself was literally just a background character for a segment with Cody Rhodes and Mello. And apart from that, he loses the dark match for the third week in a row to the same guy. So I don't think they really know nor care what they do with Vinci, and makes me sad as an Italian. I'm going to throw it on over to you, Mac.
Yeah. So I'm going to go, and it pains me to say this because I love him so much, but I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I was gonna go with Johnny Gargano with Johnny Gargano just for looking like an asshole every week, but Cody, man, like, dude, this guy's like pouring his heart out to you, saying like, "You betrayed me. You went after the guy that that I tried to end for 4 years." Like, dude, I don't want to do this, but I have to because it's just going to keep happening. You're all about yourself. You're not about anybody else. And Cody's like, "Oh, you want this title, huh?" And it's like, "No, motherfucker. I want you to understand." "Well, I'll give you a title match." Son of a bitch. You know? But yeah, I'm going with Cody. He came off like a pestilent child tonight. I understand because his friend got murdered and put in the ground last week by Owens, but yeah, man, he just came off like a total fucking dweeb and a crybaby and a bitch tonight.
I was with you on Cody, so I'll switch it up real quick. Now just say Jade because she looked terrible on that car laying down. She couldn't even play that off. Like, you can't even play dead, you know?
Yeah.
Like, she dies and her legs are like perfectly across, you know? I don't know.
But hey, at least it looked like, at least she wasn't like, you know, like all sprawled out like this or like a
starfish.
It looked like, it kind of looked like she had just like fallen and just like, you know, landed whatever way she landed. But she did look like a chalk outline. So
Yeah, she felt like Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah, but no, when we talk about Jobber of the Night, of course, we got to go to the complete other side of the spectrum and look at the Megastar of the Night. This is powered by the Cold Case Project, a channel on YouTube that focuses on all kinds of disappearances, murders, and other cold cases. For those of you who are into, true crime episodes of different shows and documentaries, there's a lot of content on there, binge-worthy for like 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and if you want to listen to true crime content, it's also available on Spotify. But Megastar of the Night, we'll go in reverse order. Frank, who's your Megastar of the Night?
All right, CM Punk. He came out and just stole the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not even a fan of him, but I'm always intrigued by him. Somehow I'm always captivated watching him come out or whatever. I don't know what he does, but he has that energy that nobody else has.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
Absolutely. Mac?
So, when you were talking about your brother's cold case files, I was kind of wavering on CM Punk and this other person, but since CM Punk was already taken, I'm gonna go with Chelsea Green, man. Like she's so over right now. She's incredibly over. Her not winning this tournament would be a crying shame. I think she's gonna lose to Bayley. I don't know. I hope not, but she's got the whole package. She's beautiful, she's talented, she's charismatic, she's expressive, and she's got the crowd in the palm of her hands. They were chanting "Let's go Chelsea" literally at the opening bell. Like she's tremendously over. She's just so goddamn talented, dude. Like she would have been my megastar regardless. I don't think I would have went with Punk because Punk just made an appearance. And Punk's got that star power. Chelsea's just on the rise right now, and I think that she's only going to get even more like support behind her as the weeks go on.
Oh yeah, definitely. Keep doing matches like that.
Yeah. Nick?
Oh, sure. And I got to say, Frank, you went with CM Punk. I got to go with the other side of the coin. I got to go with Paul Heyman. It was so nice to see him back in there. The connection with the Paul Heyman guys, that was incredible. And, man, like the wise man is here. This truly does feel like that original bloodline. And I lost it when I heard, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Why was he dressed like Solo?
Oh.
He was dressed like Solo.
That's true, yeah.
That's a good point. Does that foreshadow?
Now, what? So I hope next Friday or this SmackDown's being taped as we speak. I hope that they explain why his phone was off and why Roman couldn't get a hold of him, but CM Punk could. I hope they explain that because I don't want that plot. I mean, at the beginning of the show, they made it like abundantly clear that meant something, so it needs to mean something. But I noticed when Paul Heyman came out, I was like, oh, he's got the dark red shirt, the dark blue. He doesn't come out ever wearing shit like that. He's always like pastel colors and like the light jacket and everything, maybe a blue, but never like a dark navy blue, almost black, and then red with the red handkerchief like Solo has, like used to have. Like I don't know, man.
That's a good point.
That's a very good point. I did not even think about that, but now that's all I see. So, who knows where that's going to be leading to? But, following that up, last but not least, we got our match of the night. This is powered by all those lovely Delphin Pod podcasts. Go and check those out. Of course, our boys over there at Major Issues have some incredible shows, and sometimes Dirt Sheet Radio's own Greg Thomas and John Escudero are a part of it. So again, go check that out, as well as the Dirt Sheet Radio OG, George Serrano. But yeah, match of the night, going back in the opposite order that we did the last round, I got to go with match of the night. I have to say it, and I'm sure you guys might agree with this choice, but I got to go with Montez Ford and Tommaso Ciampa. That match was absolutely incredible. Both guys looked tremendous physically and just, going about their moves. And that ending, oh my gosh, I thought a man was killed in the ring there. It was incredible. So, yeah, I got to go with Tez and Ciampa. Mac.
Yeah, I'm going with Chelsea Green, Belair, and Blair Davenport. Like I don't know why, man, but I know why, because they're talented. But usually WWE has a perpetuity to not give women a lot of time. and they always feel like they have to rush to get like 18 minutes worth of moves into a 4-minute match, but they really let this match flesh out. They really let the match last week with B-Fab, Candice, and Bayley flesh out. And that allowed B-Fab last week and Davenport this week to pretty much shine. I'm hoping the same thing happens with Elektra Lopez in her triple threat. And now we don't know who's going to be in the triple threat next week since Jade Cargill got big showed into the car. They're saying it's going to be a mystery person that's on par with Jade being gone. I've seen a lot of theories getting thrown out online that it could be the return of Charlotte Flair. I'm seeing a lot of shit online saying it could be Alexa Bliss. I mean, I don't know, but I don't think I would be up for Charlotte. I still kind of have like Charlotte fatigue, even though she's been gone for almost a year. I kind of, I don't want to see Charlotte win that title. I kind of want to see somebody like a Chelsea Green or maybe a Piper Niven win it. But I'm really digging the women getting a lot of time here in this tournament and really being allowed to grow and learn from the other wrestlers in the ring. And hopefully they can turn that into more successful matches down the line, because I would love to see like B-Fab and Blair Davenport and Candice LeRae and all these women get shine, around the other stuff that's going on, but getting back to the initial thing, I love that triple threat match. I said it in the group chat. I said, wow, this match is fucking amazing. And I might even go back and watch it again. I liked it so much.
I'm with you on that. The ladies match, they killed it tonight. They earned it. With Ciampa and Montez, you knew exactly what they were going to do. They were going to kill it.
Yeah.
But this match, like, they went all out. They stole the show, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The fans were into it. Everything made sense. Those false finishes actually looked legit. They weren't like when they touched the back and they stopped the count. Like they pulled out. The psychology was good. It didn't end crazy.
Yeah.
Super well planned match. It was awesome.
And the thing too with the women's matches is like, if the guys go out there and have a stinker, I think like fans are more prone to, and I don't know if this is misogynistic or sexist thing or anything, but if the men go out there and they shit the bed, they get a lot more leeway. They just go, oh, they had a bad night. But when the women go out there, they go, oh, see, this is why they're not on TV. So, they have a lot more to prove. And when they fucking knock it out of the park with the time that they have, I'm so happy because, but it's also to their detriment as well, because they can't go out there and have a good match and then the next week have a shitter, because no one's going to remember that match. So they have to go out there and constantly do it, which is a detriment to them. And it's not their fault. It's just the way that we've been programmed with women's wrestling. But I think we're really seeing a revolution with these women in WWE, because you have the NXT women killing it every week. Now you got the main roster women killing it every week. And I'm really seeing like a surge in women's wrestling coming. And I'm very happy, because when women's wrestling is done correctly, it's fantastic.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah,
absolutely. And that, I'd say, is the perfect way to cap off another tremendous episode of SmackDown and another amazing recap. Gentlemen, I think this was a whole lot of fun. Chat, thank you so much for joining us. And if you enjoyed hanging out with us, this is Dirt Sheet Radio. We are always on. So, we got to start at the very beginning of the week. We're always on the Monday Night Raw recap show. Also on Tuesdays. Some of them might be called Tuesday. We got NXT.
Look at that graphic.
Look at that. We finally updated it. Let's go. We got Wednesday nights. I'm a part of this bad boy, the Dynamite recap show. Following that, sometimes Mac will be joining us on here. It's the flagship Dirt Sheet Radio podcast. We just mentioned that a little earlier. And then, of course, on Thursdays, you've got the TNA Impact Rewind. You're already here for this one. This is the Friday Nick Mac John show. Smack Sound, as it looks like, the SmackDown recap show. And then we got on the weekends, CJ and Tyler, they level up the conversation when they talk about professional wrestling, because is NXT Level Up even on anymore? Is that even a thing?
I think the last episode Hulu had was November 1st, and they haven't added any more.
rest in peace, going the same direction that AEW Rampage is. But you also got the boys from 3NT. They are going to be talking every Sunday. And again, after this, if you enjoyed hanging out with us, Mac and I just earlier, 2 hours, we mentioned this, Halloween Havoc 1998 recap show. We talked all about this event and everything that was going on leading up to it and the fallout that happened after. So go and check that out after this. It will be on the Dirt Sheet Radio archives, wherever you are watching this. But yeah, guys, I want to know where we can find you on the social medias. Frank?
All right. Enforcers BJJ across all social media. I got to start doing my wrestling page again. It's been a while. I had Enforcers Pro Wrestling on TikTok. I'm going to bring it back. You know, it's
Do
just
it. You got it.
long. You know, you get preoccupied with everything and, you know, life and gym and everything. So I've been lazy. I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Mac?
Yeah, just find me Curbside Hero 0531 on Twitter. I just go there to get my news, to post on the Dirt Sheet Radio page on Facebook. I'm mainly active on Instagram. I haven't been lately. I'm Curbside Hero. People may know me. I brought some people over, I know. I've had COVID all week. I haven't been really active, but I'm clear to go back to work, and I don't have a fever anymore. So we are getting back to it on Instagram.
Yeah, nice. And, you know, this is the League World Order. So, hey, if you see Nick LaRocco sharing anything on the Dirt Sheet Radio page, feel free to give me a comment, give me a follow. I truly appreciate it, and I love being able to talk with you guys, and I like being able to talk to you on here. And I'm on several of the recap shows, and I'm sometimes on standby whenever needed on other shows. So, hey, you know, feel free, like we said, though, Dirt Sheet Radio, we're always on. All of us are on here. And for Frank, for Mac, for Nick, for everyone else that is a part of the Smackdown team, and for the Dirt Sheet Radio team chat, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. We hope you have a tremendous weekend. And if you're going on a trip coming up for Thanksgiving, if you're in America, that is, hey, make sure you go drive safe. Hey, don't drink and drive either. But also, you know, just stay safe. Happy Thanksgiving if you're going to be heading out for a trip. And we will see you next week or whenever you get back.
Happy birthday, Mama.